To make a paddle, you're going to want to acquire a long piece of cedar, and you're going to go ahead and trace the design and cut it out, and you're going to have a basic shape. And I'm going to show you how to make it water ready in a traditional carving style. The choice of material, cedar, and the traditionally Makah bent knife and straight blade. You may be able to find examples of these in a museum, such as the Makah Museum, and examples of cedar to bring this generic shape into a real paddle used to glide through the water on a canoe. We're gonna make the handles. This is how you hold it. One at the top and one at the base. You want the full size to be about chest height so that the tip can easily reach the water as you paddle. We want it to be round and comfortable. Notice that it's rather chunky, freshly cut, and so it's about a rectangle. So to bring the rectangle to a nice gentle curve to fit your hand, we're going to try to use the bent knife. So select your bent knife, bring it towards the edge of the wood, and once you hit the edge of it, carving away from yourself, just gently carve away and do the other side to match. And then do the other side until you have gently rounded the hard edges. So we got it all softened, and I'll try it from this angle too. So we're just carving away from ourselves. Now, I'm gonna see if this is, oh yes! See how my hand just fits there. So, there's one handle, and for this one, we don't want to hurt ourselves. So we're gonna focus on this area right here. From here to here. This is where my hand's gonna try to grip. And for this, we want to get another hand shape. So maybe an oval, like an oval. So for this one, I'm going to gently go up. And if the wood is not carving, go down. If you're feeling like you have to carve towards yourself, flip it around so that you're always carving away from yourself. And I would say carve down. It's like peeling a potato, right? You're just taking off the very edge of the wood. Look at what we have already. How wonderful. Now for the final step of the carving process, we're going to make the tip. How does a paddle glide so well? How is it silent? And how can it go and help you like attain really fast speeds? Even canoe racing. How do their paddles work? So it's very flat. Completely flat. We're gonna gently round it so that we have just the smallest edge. We're gonna bring each edge around, and we're gonna continue this edge, making the edge smaller and rounding it slightly, but maintaining it towards the tip. So it's not so... Here we'll start to get this part a little bit more seaworthy. So line up the edges, holding the knife like this. And mostly just use your wrist and forearm. Don't use your body. Hold your body very still. And just drag the blade up some wood. There's so many rings on the tree that when the rings are really tight and narrow next to each other, it's older. And so all of these rings are just so tight and that they're more difficult to carve. So maybe you just carve it gently. Good. And then do the other side to match. Here's a tip for carving. Try to make your carving chips look like this. It's like a curly Q. If you're getting curly Qs, that's a good thing, because that means that each stroke of the blade is smooth. Try and maintain the muscles in your forearm. The muscles here, hold them tight so that you can pull each stroke back in and do it again. Do not lose control and let the knife go flying. Hold on tightly. So I'm going around, probably about 2 inches on either side, and just making it more aerodynamic. As you get towards the very tip, you may notice that it may have a rough edge at the very, it might be like kind of scratchy up here because it's just exposed grain. So, try and very gently curve the tip to a safe rounded edge, just subtly, like, see how it's like that? Just bring it in a little bit because you don't want it to sort of chip away, you don't want to leave it like this. You want it to look very professional. So we're just going to gently take in this straight blade and just make it look professional so it doesn't look chipped and everything. It doesn't need a lot, so that's good. So we're going to create a design to fit the tip. So since this kind of looks like a whale tail in the negative space, I'm going to draw a whale tail here. And I'll show you how to do that. First, you want to sort of get a good idea by thinking about it. Okay. So since this is the total space, I'm gonna use all of this space because it's amazing. I'm gonna have it come to about here because that's when it starts to curve. So I'm gonna come in like probably here. And this is where I'll put the whale tail, like that. And I'll do it on the other side too. Here's what I'm doing, is I'm just holding it sideways and sort of flicking my wrist. See, it's all in like, my arm doesn't move, it's just this that is moving. And I can control my brush because I am holding still the rest of my body. So it's all in the wrist, really. Here's our ovoid. Like so. Here we are. So there's our design so far. So let's go ahead and get some more red. Back to this brush. And we're gonna think about this shape. What is this shape? Is it a tree? Is it a whale tail? Is it is it a V? What is this? I think it's this. So I see this right here. So I'm going to put a shape in to fit there. We're going to call it a split U. So let's make the U. There's our U. And so what a split U is something else. So let's split this U, and I'll show you how to do that. First, you make a line going through the top. And then you create a spike. Like that. And you fill all this in. Remember to look at it and make sure that it's about the same, symmetrical. Okay, and now now that we have this U shape, we're going to make the split U. So come down through the middle and make sort of an S. An S. See that as like an S. Very good. Now we look, where else could we decorate this? There's here. And there's right here. Let's go ahead and get our black. And put a black stripe. Put some black stripes up here. So here we are. This canoe is paddle looking great. And so we have this area. So we're gonna use this black. And so let's create another one of these to go right here. I'm gonna split it again. Here's the finished design. 2 split U's, an ovoid, and a whale tail. 2 red stripes, 2 black stripes. The video for educational purposes for Evergreen State College. My name's Tierra McCarty. I'm enrolled in the Makah tribal nation from Neah Bay, Washington. I'm happy to share with you a tutorial on how to carve and finish a traditional paddle used for dancing as a prop, or also for paddling an actual canoe. Thank you for watching.